What's poppin', T Squad? It's your girl Keisha, and I'm here with tonight's All Tea, All Shade, Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 2, Episode 18 review. Before I begin, I have some behind the scenes tea on Latisha. She did a live or something that one of you guys sent to me. Sorry I didn't get the screen name of the person who sent it to me, but thank you so much. But the person sent me this video of Latisha going live, and she discusses um her mother and what her mom said about Martell and Mel's children's hair. Here's what she had to say.
Why do you allow your mother to disrespect your home? So let's talk about my mom for a little bit. You guys know, at the end of the day, I love my mom 100%. I love her. I understand my mother. I grew up with my mother, so I understand where she's coming from. You guys, unfortunately, you see clips of things about her. So you may say, oh my goodness, I can't believe Tisha will allow her mom to this or allow her mom to do that. My mom is my mom. I do not always agree with my mother. However, I have major respect. I grew up in an era where you respect your elders, period. And I'm not going to, go around that. I respect my mom. However, I do let my mom know when she's in the wrong. For some odd reason, I don't understand why you guys don't see that on the show. There have been several times I pulled my mom to the side. Even at Jayla's event, I told her, yeah, you was totally wrong. I didn't want her to go after Mel because I'm like, this is not the time this is not the time and place for you to go talk to Mel. Talk to Mel in your own time. You're not Mel's mom, so no. Why are you talking to Mel right now? I definitely addressed that situation with her right then and there. For some odd reason, you guys are like missing that. I do not always agree with my mom, but I understand her. That's the difference. The comment of the lie that she made about hair, I listened to it last week because honestly, I didn't know anything about it. When I didn't see the scene when her and Martell had their outing on the outside, I didn't see that until actually it was aired on TV. I saw it when everybody else saw it. When I saw it, I called my mom. What was this about? Did you, put a video out about their kids? Because honestly, my mom don't talk about other people's kids. So it was odd for me. And I'm like, that just doesn't sound like something she would do. When Mel called me, and she was like, well, I had to leave early because your mom made a video about my kids. I'm like, that just doesn't sound like something she would do. I didn't get the heads up about it. I didn't know about the video. I didn't know about the live. So I didn't know, what they was talking about when she called me and she said that to me. So after the show aired 2 weeks ago, I pulled it up and I listened to it. And if you guys can go back, and I was like, dang, I hate she did that. I don't agree with her at all with that. But I understood what she was saying. This is like, I grew up with my mom. So these are conversations that I heard growing up as a child. I couldn't spend the night over a girl's house. My friends had to spend it over my house because my mom was like, listen, you don't know. These girls, they may cut your hair. Or I couldn't get a drop top. When I first got my first car, I really wanted a convertible. I couldn't get a drop top because my mom was like, these girls, they'll cut your top. And she's basing it off of her experience growing up. I did have girls slice my tires. They cut my tires. At the end of the day, they did. So she was right about that. However, I listened to the video, and I really advise everybody else to go and listen to the whole clip. And what she was saying was, and I'm not making an excuse. Please don't say, oh, Tisha's making an excuse for her mom. I am not making an excuse at all.
Okay, so what I took from that, Tisha's an idiot. Tisha uses her mother as her mouthpiece. She agrees with everything her mother says. Her mother is incredibly insecure as well. That's why she puts all of these narratives and thoughts in her daughter's head. And Tisha's so gullible and simple-minded that she goes along with anything her mother has to say. She thinks that the little stuff that she does say on the show is checking her mother, and it's not. The fact that she said that what her mother said about Mel and Martell's children really wasn't that bad, and she agrees with it. I there's really nothing to say here. I mean, she's a trash ass person, point blank, and the period. She's simply trash to me. Don't like her, won't ever like her. She's just a simple minded woman. I won't even call Tisha a woman. She is a petulant child. But yeah, that's that on that. Let's go on to tonight's review. So Marceau and Tisha talk in the kitchen, and she tells him about the retreat and that she called what Mel said BS, and that she thinks Mel is a liar. Marceau tells her that she started the argument, which she did. And she's sitting there like, what? What you mean I started the argument? You know, she just play dumb all the time. He was like, what makes you think you telling somebody that what they said was BS wasn't starting the argument? Like, you started this. She came to you trying to make things right, and you went left. And she's sitting there like, did I? So she says Mel doesn't take ownership, and Marceau was like, you're talking about yourself. But do you guys notice that every time they talk about Mel, he always has Mel's side? Not only because Mel is 9 times out of 10 always right, but because we all know the truth, and that's because he don't want no smoke with Mel or Martell, because they know he fucking Alonda. But watch Tea Party if you didn't get to watch this week's Tea Party with me and Sheridan. We spill all the tea on Marceau cheating with Alonda, allegedly. So yeah, Marceau says, these people are drowning and we're in the boat doing fine. I feel bad for them. Just give her a hug. And he tells her she owes Mel a listening ear. Like, that's the least you can do for her at this point. I just don't have any energy for Tisha. Like, it's so easy to go in on her and, crack jokes, this, that, and the third. But it's just like, I don't even get joy out of it. It just does nothing for me. That woman is literally a walking dingbat. Like, there is no elevator going to the roof. It's nothing but space and opportunity up there. It's just air. It is just air up there. There is no cartilage. There is no brain there. It is just oxygen. Bad breath in that lady's brain. Like, she is a dingbat, and I feel sorry for her to walk around this world being that damn dumb. Lord Jesus, I come to you right now, and I thank you for giving me a mind, an intellectual mind, a peace of mind, Lord, a functioning mind, Lord. Okay, thank you, Jesus. In your name I pray, amen. Like, oh God. So Mel is still wearing one of Tyler Perry old wigs. I need for that wig to be retired. I love Mel, but no. So Kimmi stops by, sees her new home, and they go outside drinking tea, and they talk about the retreat. And Mel says, when I became vulnerable with Tisha, her response was just negative. Mel says that she acts like the conversation that they had season 1 didn't exist, didn't even happen, when they sat down and Mel was like, you think that I'm not coming around you, like I'm being funny, but I'm really just busy. Like, it's not what you think, this, that, and the third. We know that Tisha called BS on that. She doesn't think that's where their drama started, but that is where it started. But okay. So, Mel even reminds Kimmi that she was there for one of those conversations. And Mel was like, I just wish you would have spoken up. And Kimmi was like, y'all got to make up your mind. Do you want me to be in the middle or not? And I think the space that Kimmi is in is perfect. She does not need to be in the middle of their mess. So it is best that she keep quiet when both of them, are in the right or in the wrong. So Mel was like, I just want you to tell the truth. Well, for her to tell the truth, she would have to get in the middle. And I don't think that's fair to her to be placed in the middle. And Kimmi was like, I think y'all have your own truths. And they do, but, there's always 3 people when it comes to truth. It's your side, that side, and then the truth is somewhere in the middle. So Mel tells her that Martell has a baby on the way, and Kimmi is shocked by this because she said that she convinced herself that it just wasn't true. Like, she just did not think that he would go that far. And I was like, have you not met this nigga? So Kimmi was like, you seem to be pulling together well. I saw your Instagram post like you were on a date. Are you dating, Mel? And she plays along with it for a second, but she was like, no, I'm just learning how to enjoy myself. And that's the best thing that any woman can do after a breakup, is not rush and go into another relationship because you don't learn anything. You're still harboring old feelings and emotions from the last relationship. It's best you take time with yourself, figure out what went wrong, why it went wrong, where you went wrong, what you attributed to the situation, and try to fix those things so you don't bring that into the next relationship. So Mel tells her, Martell told me he can't wait till I start dating someone else so I can see, like, he's the best thing walking on earth. And that's what niggas like him do. Like, you gonna get out here and see that these niggas ain't what you think they is. That's that bullshit they say to amp they self up to make them feel like they that nigga, knowing they ain't that nigga. Like, cause Martell knows when he looks in the mirror, he still sees that little dusty, dirty, bigger little boy that he was when he was a younger man, that was poor, that didn't have much, whose father wasn't around. He still sees that boy when he looks in the mirror, and that's why he acts the way that he does. Like, Martell ain't fooling nobody. Martell don't feel good about himself. He has low self-esteem and trauma written all over him, child. So Mel in her confession was like, he's hurt me and he continues to, but in a way I do feel bad for him to think he has to bring me down to make himself feel better, while I really pity him. And it is sad. It is sad and unfortunate that somebody that you spent years with would treat you that way, but it can't be a surprise to you when this has been going on for so long. This disrespect didn't just start yesterday, 2 years ago when this show started. It started the minute he started disrespecting you by stepping outside of your marriage. We as people think that, like, I can't believe he or she would do me like this. They've been doing you like that. And it hurts you because you think that people will treat you the same way that you treat them, but you have to learn the hard way that everybody's not going to act and behave the same way that you do. The love and the trust and the honor and respect that you give everybody is not going to always be reciprocated. And that's a hard pill to swallow in life, that people will do you dirty and do you wrong. But the best thing that you can do for yourself is cut those people off at the head as soon as it happens the first time. It's sad that we live in a world, in a place where you can't give people second and third chances, because then they really take you for granted and start treating you like a fool. Your feelings mean nothing to them at that point when you continue to give them chance after chance. They don't give a fuck about your feelings no more. They doing what the fuck you allow them to do. So Kimmi says, probably because you gave him opportunities to make it right. Going back to what I just said, if she would have never gave him all those opportunities to keep on coming back, to try to work on this, it wouldn't probably hurt as bad. It wouldn't have never got to this point, because she would have been gone and left. So Martell, big bobblehead ass, goes to see Maurice at his office to play victim. Martell tells him that he's thinking about divorce, and that him thinking about the divorce hurts every day when he thinks about it. He just doesn't want the divorce. He just doesn't. I'm like, nigga, you got a sorry ass way of showing it. So Maurice was like, do you want to go through a divorce? And Martell was like, hell no. We were everything I envisioned my family to be before I had one. This is what I think about Martell. I think that Martell loved Melody. I think at some point he was in love with her. I think that went away somewhere halfway through the marriage. I think that he loves his children. I think that he loved everything they built with one another. But like most men, he got greedy. He became selfish. And like I said, when she kept on allowing him to come back, the respect for her lessened each time. And he got comfortable. He was eating his cake, and he had his cake and he was eating it too. And men like him, who's been allowed to roam and do whatever they want to do and all of this stuff, they're surprised when the person finally decides to leave them, because in their mind, we've been doing this for so long. Why you want to leave now? And how dare you leave me? Really? Like, how, you got enough strength to leave me? It's the hero mentality. Men like Martell like to be praised. That's why a woman like, well, I'm not even call her a woman, a little girl like Ariane boost his ego because she sees him like a god. Like, she praises him. She thinks that he's all that and then some, honey. She'll be willing to take and accept anything he dishes out just to have him. You know, she's younger than him. You know, she's not as smart-minded as Mel, you know, even though Mel had her dumb moments, but she, after you watch Tea Party, you see he can tell her the sky is green and she gonna believe it. So he got that over there, and then he got to come home to Mel, somebody that's gonna argue with him, yell at him, go off on him, remind him, you ain't that nigga, motherfucker. I've been knowing you. She know who you've become now, who I've helped molded you into who you've become. I know the you before all of this. I know the you that got locked up for robbing ATM machines, nigga. Like, I know you. She don't know you. She knows this new version of you. And he don't like that she could pull those cards on him. And so, like I said, it's a thing with him where he like, how dare you fucking leave me? Because in his head, he thinks he's some god. He thinks that he's that nigga. And now that he is being forced to come back down to earth and realize that his good thing is now leaving him, he don't know how to handle it or take it, because he knows that pretty much all of the good things that happened to him came through Mel in this marriage. And now without her, he's going to have to do everything on his own, and he knows he's not going to be able to pull it off by himself, because Arian is nobody's helpmate. Let's just keep that 100. So, Maurice says, when I see you talk about your family, you light up. When you get divorced, I'm still paying consequences for that right now. My son is, until the fire goes completely out, fight for it. No, I stop telling this nigga to fight for this shit. This man has done the unthinkable, even without the baby. Stop trying to make people stay in toxic ass relationships. He should have been telling him, leave that girl alone. Let her get with a man that's actually going to treat her right from beginning to end. And one thing that he did say, though, that was right is that there are consequences for everybody. Everybody's going to have to deal with this. It's not just going to affect you and Mel. It's going to affect your children, your mothers, your cousins. Everybody's going to be affected by this. Your businesses, your employees, your friends, everybody. And who's going to be affected by it the most are them children, especially the older ones that are looking and watching you. And they're going to remember all of this. And this is going to cause resentment and hate. And they're going to lash out at some point, because they're going to get to a point where they're no longer afraid to speak up for themselves. And you're going to have to answer to your children, your son and your daughters, about why daddy cheated on mama and had another baby. I want to know what that conversation is going to look like when he sits down and tell these kids they have a sibling that ain't came from mama. Like, as a father, you say you such a good dad. How is that going to look and feel to you when you got to look in your 4 children's eyes and say you have a new baby brother that didn't come from your mama? But you're such a great dad. Okay. So Tisha and Marceau get ready for the soft opening of their cigar lounge. They do a taste testing for the food. Marceau tells the chef that the food was good, but the presentation needs work, because he wants black people to get great service, which is 100% true. I hate that a lot of black businesses, it's either good food, horrible decor, bad service, or great decor, bad service, food not done, attitudes with the staff. You know, give black excellence all way around. And the food did look sloppy. It didn't look appetizing at all. So he was right with telling the boy what he said to him. So Marceau says that he wants Jalen as a general manager, and Tisha isn't quite on board with that, because she wants somebody that's already, has experience. In her confessional, she doesn't like that he also made this decision without her. I don't even blame Marceau at this point. Normally, I would have said he was wrong, but I don't give a fuck what he do with Tisha at this point. I wouldn't trust Tisha to give me directions, let alone tell me how to run a business. Do I think that Jalen is ready to be a general manager? No. But hey, it ain't my business. So Marceau has Jalen at the lounge with him, and he asks him, has he failed at anything? And Jalen said he can't think of nothing. And Marceau looking at him like, nigga, really? So Marceau was like, why did I choose you? And Jalen was like, because you was too busy. Jalen like, nigga, like, why am I here? So at the end of it, Marceau ended up giving the little boy a job or whatever. Mel is at Holt & Holt, which will now be Melody S. Holt. Is now her business by itself. And that goes to show you, like I said, Melody was the brains behind that shit, because why did she get the business and he didn't? So she's changing the logo outdoors, and Marceau pops up on her, and she is not here for it. She like, what does this Grinch that stole Christmas looking ass nigga want? So Marceau just skinning and grinning. I told y'all that nigga like her, and everybody is starting to see that he has a crush on Mel, and that is the real issue between Tisha and Mel, is that Tisha knows that her nigga like her. So he brings up the retreat, and Mel was like, I only want positive energy around me. I tried being vulnerable with your wife, and she wasn't receptive. And he tells her he agrees. She was right. Mel was like, I think Tisha wants to stay in the past. She said I lied and tried to break up her marriage. I'm sitting here like, I never tried to break up your marriage, but I will stick to what I know is the truth. And this goes back to everything I've been saying. Marceau doesn't speak up to Melody and Martell because they know the truth. For this woman to sit in this man's face and say, verbatim, I'm sitting here like I never tried to break up your marriage, but I will stick to what I know is the truth. And he didn't say a word. He bypassed that shit so motherfucking fast because they know the truth. They know that he, in fact, has been cheating, and they got receipts, and they know it for a fact. And that is why he's trying to keep the peace with Mel and Martell. It's sad. It's horrible to watch, but it is the truth. Because ain't no way in hell you about to sit up here and say some shit like that, and I'm not going to be like, what truth do you know? Put it out on the table. That nigga didn't say shit. So Marceau in his confession was like, I know it seems like I'm on Mel's side. You are. So he invites her to the soft opening so she and Tisha can try to talk again, and tells her that Martell is going to be there. They then get to arguing about who started with who on Twitter. And then at some point, one of Mel, the people that was doing the logo, stops Mel and asks her, is the logo being placed correct? Here go Marceau, tighten up your shirt, man. Tighten up your shirt. I'm a married man. I'm a married man, ma'am. You will not try to entice me. Get that spirit of Kimmi and touching all over me. Okay, we got a lot of things to dissect with that. First of all, you on camera openly flirting with Mel for the world and your wife to see. Her titties wasn't out like that for you to be talking about some tighten up your shirt. I'm a married man. You will not entice me. What the fuck is that about? That was so fucking disrespectful. As a married man, why are you even saying that to somebody? You know damn well Mel don't want your goofy looking ass. And then this get that spirit of Kimmi and touching all over me. What is up with him and Martell making these insinuations that Kimmi want them? Like, what is going on with that? Kimmi, you better check these niggas. Like, I need more context on this, because I don't like how they dragging your name, sis. Like, what's up? Well, what's the tea? Like, what's going on with that? Like, yeah. Tisha, you need to check your nigga. Like, cause that was so disrespectful. Mel goes over to Chris' house to see his wife. The wife then springs on her that she asked her to come so they can sit down with Martell and talk about their marriage. And she looking like, excuse you, girl? I got on my Tyler Perry wig, the one that Shamar Moore wore in the Tyler Perry movie. I got on my Mary J. Blige boots, girl. What? Like, no. So she like, all right, I'll go back here because they have counseled with them in the past, and she's just going to do it out of respect. So she walks in the back, and here go Martell. It looked like you going to a concert. You look beautiful, Melody, as always. And she was like, thank you. Life is amazing. He like, here you go. Yeah, nigga, here I go. So the lady asked them why throw their marriage away because they got 4 kids. Because he got another one on the way, bitch. And he been cheating on me for half our goddamn marriage. That's why. Like, stop trying to make couples stay together just for the kids' sakes. That's fucking abuse. That is abuse. Them kids don't need to see this dysfunction. So Chris says, you know, that he messed up in his marriage. He almost like lost his wife, and he tries to give an example. Then the lady jumped in and was like, do y'all want to be married to each other? And Mel was like, to each other or to other people? Like, what you talking about? Mel was cracking up. She was like, I don't know. And Martell told me she laughing, but it's about our kids at the end of the day. With our kids, I was always more hands-on than her. And here it goes. This is when he starts antagonizing her to get a reaction out of her. Because he likes to do it to see if he can get under her skin, to see if she's going to react, to see if he still has that power over her, to get under her skin, and to get evidence on television of her, quote unquote, being this unfit mama and her acting a fool on television. See, this whole thing with him, this is all a mind game for Martell. He goes around telling everybody else that I want to save my marriage. I don't want a divorce. I don't. I don't want it. And low key, he don't. But you see, when he gets around Mel, he antagonizes her to get a reaction out of her because he wants to use all of this in court against her to get those kids. But we all know he really don't fucking want those kids at the end of the day. This is just another tactic to hurt her because she's leaving him. This is all a game to this nigga. And I hope going into next season, either Mel just stop filming with him, period, or when she does film with him, stop fucking reacting, because that's what this nigga wants you to do. I would be as peachy king as ever. I would cut communication. Hello, how are you doing? And boop, skirt. And if you got to go home and beat a body bag when you get home just to get the aggression out, do that. But stop letting this nigga get under your skin. He feeds off of this shit. He is a bitch boy. That's why I call him bitch tail. He is a bitch. He is a bitch. You don't let no bitch ass nigga rile up your goddamn blood pressure. You just simply don't. Because, baby, it is better on the other side. Trust and believe. I've been there, done that, and look at me now. So he starts antagonizing her, alluding to the fact that she's an unfit mom. She's not hands-on. So Mel just looking off to the side, trying to ignore him. He say, I told her, you be the dominant parent when it comes to Milani because I'm burnt out. Like, she ain't even taking care of the baby. Like, he's doing everything for the baby. Now, mind you, you sitting around here telling everybody that you want a divorce. I mean, that you don't want a divorce and you want to save your marriage. Why are you trying to save a marriage to a deadbeat mama? 1 + 1 ain't making 2. Like, the fuck? Like, you are a contradiction. If she is such a shitty mama, a shitty wife, why do you not want a divorce? Make it make sense, sir. It doesn't. So, Mel was like, I hope you're ready to start over. And that wasn't even nothing for him to get mad about. But since it was the truth, and you know, he don't like the truth, maybe if you did what you were supposed to do, I wouldn't have to start over. So they start arguing. The lady was like, y'all were on the right path. What happened? Martell says, we checked out. Mel was like, no, Martell checked out. Let's be clear. I checked out in April when I left. He checked out in March, meaning that's when he started back fucking around on her. So the lady was like, are you going to keep backtracking to this other woman? You keep making a laughing stock of her. And Martell was like, that was her issue. Why you keep talking to the same woman? I'm like, damn, you want me to mess with 20 women? That's not me. Like, 20 women or one make it any better. Like, nigga, what is still bad at the end of the day? And it makes it even worse when it is the same bitch. So Mel was like, Martell has slept with multiple people in this marriage. And Martell was like, stop lying. Stop being a fucking victim. I want people to see who you really are. When we started going through stuff, I told you what you didn't fulfill in this marriage. AKA, you didn't suck my dick. And then I didn't fulfill that. And then you didn't fulfill that. So yeah, I stopped. I stepped out because you weren't taking care of me. Now I'm like this. I'm like, I like this where I'm at. Then you still disrespecting me. You're not being the person I want you to be. This other person, she fucking satisfying me. And that's when Mel had it. And I hate that she reacted, but some shit you just can't not react to. So she throws her glass literally at him. He jump up and she was like, I'm tired of you saying that, because if that was the case, you would have asked for a divorce a long time ago. Don't sit here and lie, and you still trying to get with me at the end of the day. Like, exactly, like you still on my phone, you still crying saying you don't want your family to break up, but this bitch satisfying you so much. If she satisfy you so much, then why the fuck you want me? Because you know what it is. Like, you're a walking contradiction. That's why I wouldn't even let him get a rise out of me, nigga, because you're a joke at this point. Like, I would play with Martell mine so bad. Like, that little nigga wouldn't know what to do with me. I would just sit there and laugh and just be sitting there filing my nails. Like, you done? Okay, are we done here? Because I got a date. Yeah, I got a date. This was cute. Thanks for the intervention, but I gotta go. Me and my Mary J. Blige boots and my Shamora Moore wig from the Tyler Perry movie. Gotta go. All right. See you guys later. Bye. See you never. Like, girl, stop letting him get under your skin. You are a bad bitch, and he's just a bitch. So, Martell goes to the car. Chris follows him. He talking about that's how it is when the truth come out. Boy, ain't no truth come out. You knew exactly what you was doing. So the man just sitting there looking at him. He ain't even agreeing with him because he know he wrong. Mel in the backyard. The lady still trying to push her back. And she was like, that's how it's been for a while. He throws stuff up. When I cuss him out, I'm disrespectful. I don't care if he wasn't having another baby. I still wouldn't want to be with him because of him. I ain't checking for him. And the lady was like, so he is having another baby? And she was like, yes, ma'am, he is. So Martell apologizes to Chris. Mel tries to help the lady clean up the glass and apologizes, and Chris come back and asks how she is, because once again, he's seen for himself that this nigga is the devil. And Chris was like, Martell wouldn't listen to him. And you could tell, like, they all see him for his works at this point. Mel in her confession was like, he ain't getting a happy ending, child. He's getting an ending he regrets. And that's the God's honest truth at the end of the day. And I'm like, you gave up your whole family, your businesses, and everything because you wanted your dick sucked. All because he wanted his dick sucked. And now look at you. Your clothes don't fit. Your head keep getting bigger. Your ears keep growing. Your jeans keep getting tighter. I mean, the delusion is setting in. The paranoia is setting in. You look more like a drag queen every day, sir. Like, just apply for RuPaul's Drag Race and call it a day. Just be who you want to be at this point. Because it's obvious at this point you want to be a woman. Maybe you want to be male. That's why you hate her so much. Maybe you want to pull Caitlyn Jenner and you want to wear her clothes. Because, I mean, at this point, is that why your clothes so tight? Because you want to feel like you in a bodysuit? You want to feel like you in some leggings? I mean, just go ahead and be yourself at this point, sir. Stop hiding in the dark, hiding in the closet. Be yourself. It is 2021. Guy, living your truth, sir. Slap on one of Mel wigs. Hell, take the Shamora Moore one. We would greatly appreciate it. We never have to see it on her head. Maybe it'll look better on you. You look like you get away with wearing blonde. Because I'm tired of you. Like, this is the type of shit that Mel needs to be saying to him. Because that'll drive that nigga crazy. He probably a choker, though. So, maybe not. But, like, that's the type of shit you got to play with this nigga on. Like, do you want to go shopping, girl? Do you want to go get your nails done with me? Is that the issue? Do you want to be me? Do you want my skin? Huh? Because we could be good Judies at this point, girl. Just say it. I would be supportive. I could be the Chris to your Caitlyn, girl. We can do this. It could be hold and hold again. Melody and Marissa. Like, just be yourself. Live in your truth, sis. Start calling them sis, Mel. Just be like, okay, sis. All right, girl. See you later, girl. Bye, girl. Bye, boo. Bye, girl. Hey, sis. Hey, good Judy. Like, that's how you got to start doing him, because if you want to act like a bitch, start treating him like a bitch. Buy him a wig. Bring him a wig. Buy him a wig next time he want to act the fool. Just buy him a wig. Every time you see him and he start acting the fool, I would give him a new item. The first time it'll be some lip gloss. I'll be like, here, sis. Next time it'll be some lashes, some press-on nails. The next time you get this nigga a whole wardrobe, because every time you want to act the fool, I'm just gonna give you another item so you can be who you want to be. Okay? You want to play with me? Let's play. Oh, all right. I thought a hating ass bitch said something. Oh, okay. That'll get his ass together real quick. He won't fuck with you no more. So that is my review of Love and Marriage Huntsville. This is a lengthy one. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell button. My Bell Collective reunion video will also be up tonight, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you guys check out my video with my little cousin Jade. We did a Try Treats review, and Tuesday we have a Jade Does My Makeup video. So make sure you guys check out that one as well. Love you. See you on the next one. Bye.